Yes, yes, I got my socks on. Welcome to Monday Night Live, coming from Southern Indiana. Hope everybody's doing good. It's cold. I woke up this morning, it was about 30 outside. It went from 70 something down to 30 something. You never know what the weather's going to do in the Ohio Valley. It could be 100 one day, the next day it would be 30s. You know, you never know. Ain't that right, Margaret? You're a good mama and a good grandma. You taking care of your grandbaby, Alexi? Hmm? Ah. I want to thank all the subscribers. I want to thank the people for helping me get my watch hours up. And the new subscribers, I can't subscribe to anybody until... That's one thing I hate about YouTube. They cut you off to keep you from subscribing to people. And I don't know why they do it. Hello, Macanese. I know Jesus loves me, the Bible said. So that, you know, Jesus loves everybody. He doesn't care what you've done in your past. Jesus and God is reaching out to you to help you. Yeah. I used to sing all those songs when I was young. I guess, I don't know if they teach it in Sunday school anymore. I don't know if they even have Sunday school anymore. It's hard to say. As they say, Jesus loved me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. I was, if it was warm today, people, I was going to cut some more grass. But I ain't going to do it when it's cold. I just wish I had a riding lawnmower. But I don't. Remember, people, keep everything PG on here. You know, no X-rated stuff, no hate crimes. Just be nice. Hello, Jacob. And I just want everybody to be nice. Treat everybody with respect. It's about 30 outside, 30 or 40 degrees outside. And it's, I know it's cold outside. I had to shut my window because it was getting cold in here. I'll probably open it back up before I go to sleep. People, the time is 9:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, here in the USA where I'm at. I want to describe to somebody that was in here last night, but it says I'm full. So I can't subscribe to anybody until I get a bunch of more subscribers. All the kitty cats is doing good in here. Outside, Kelly and her 3 babies okay. She's in the box taking care of her babies. I believe that's her first litter. And I'm proud of her because when she was born up on the porch in the cubby hole between the steps and the wall. That's where she was born. Usually, babies, when they get old enough, they go back to where they was born at. And Kelly is going to be a good mama cat. She had 4 babies, but she lost one. There's a reason for it. And I kind of liked that one because it was a black and white kitty cat. I don't know if it was a tomcat or a female cat. I didn't look. And you know, like mama cats, dogs, and other wild animals, if there's something wrong with them, they'll kill them or eat them, you know, like that. That's how nature is. You know, every... You know, and I appreciate you all on here, my grandkids, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, a-holes. But people, remember, respect. Respect. Be nice. Be polite. This channel is rated PG. Well, I saw on the news, I don't know where it was, I think the control tower or somebody screwed up. A fire truck or rescue truck or whatever it was crossing, intersection. And a plane hit it, killed the two people in the fire truck. And I blame the control tower. They knew this jet, I'm thinking maybe it was from Canada, it was on the news. So let's send prayers out to those two people that died at the fire truck at the airport. I'm thinking it's LaGuardia Airport or something that happened. And, somehow the control tower didn't really talk to the fire truck or the airplane, since those control people is federal people. They are probably working extra time over the hours because of the Democrats, and they're not getting paid. And another thing I've seen on the news, they got ICE agents working at the airport. I don't agree with it. It has nothing to do with the blankety-blank border. Thank you for the hearts. It don't have nothing to do with the borders. There's going to be more lawsuits and anything. Take those ICE agents out of the airport. I don't want my tax dollars go on these cotton-picking lawsuits. And there's going to be lawsuits in those airports, because those ICE agents don't give a crap about our rights. They done prove it. I ate the rest of my lasagna, and my son fixed, I guess, a roast. He saw a recipe somewhere. Instead of putting water in with your roast, you put like A&W root beer in it. And he said that really tastes good, because he took a couple of pieces of it early tonight, and he said that tastes good. But with my throat, hello, Isaac. I just don't like ICE. What they done is illegal. The news media, nobody has asked for the ICE body cameras on their shootings. And I don't like it. I don't like it. They took the same oath I did when I went into Uncle Sam, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And those ICE agents ain't upholding. Those Indian motorcycles, they was good. They was good motorcycles. And I don't know what Canada law is on motorcycles, but here in Indiana, you got to have an endorsement on your regular driver's license to ride a motorcycle. And the guy, whoever the idiot was, never been on a motorcycle. because I saw that test. You know, how can you take a motorcycle test and a person that written that test never been on a motorcycle? But make sure, Jacob, that you wear a helmet. You know, wear your safety equipment. And just keep your eyes out. Because people in four-wheelers, they don't pay attention to motorcycles. There's a whole lot of people throughout the United States that gets hurt. You know, I don't know what the rules in Canada is on motorcycles and this and that, but be careful. And people just don't pay attention. You might be behind them. They might be in the passing lane. They don't look to see who's up coming aside of them. They don't pay attention when they're driving. When I'm driving people, I pay attention. When I go down the highway, I'm always, my eyes is moving. Like truck drivers, they always looking in the mirror. My eyes is moving back and forth because I'm looking for Rudolph or raccoons. You know, I'm looking for them. And, you know, another thing I want to teach you people, say you're sitting on a road and somebody might have their right turn signal on. Don't pull out. Just wait and see if they turn. You know, they might have the right turn signal on or the left one. Don't never trust the turn signals. Wait and see what they're going to do. Because I've seen accidents that they might have the turn signals. And you go around them or pull out in front of them if they're going to turn right. And they go straight. So people, if you're riding a motorcycle, it's springtime, just be careful out there. You know, be careful. You just have to be careful. I dropped one of my cans. Now I gotta bend over and get it after I move my tripod out of the way. So what, Margaret? You know, just be careful out there. Okay, you be careful out there, Jacob. You know, just be careful. I used to have a motorcycle. People's crazy. And you just have to be careful. What? I hope we don't have any more bad weather. Last night, people, about 5 minutes after I got off, the lights went off. And it didn't come on until probably 2 o'clock this morning, somewhere around that time. Yeah. So you have to be careful. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Gonna have to go out and get me some county newspapers for Washington County, Clark County, and Scott County. I get my neighbors some papers. That's what I do. I help my neighbors out. That's what you're supposed to do, people. Help your neighbors out. And I still got to get out there in the road and cut some more wood up and cut some more of those limbs up and haul the wood over to a pile with the other firewood. And I wish it'd get warm where I can cut some grass and I got to research my lawnmower online, see what type of oil to put in it. I got to change the oil, sharpen the blade on it. I have to do that. as you said, welcome. Welcome to my live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community rules. What does that mean? Our community rules. That means since this is my YouTube channel, you follow what my rules is on this YouTube channel. Plus, you also have to follow YouTube rules. And I hope the electricity don't go off again. Because I have to reset the clock on my microwave and my stove. That's what makes me mad, people. The stove is one of them smart stoves. I shouldn't have to reset the clock on it, but I did. And that's stupid. That's an LG ThinQ electric stove. So why do I have to reset the clock on it? It don't make any sense. I did check my porch camera. Mama Kelly's in there with her babies. She's learning that I put food right there by the box she's in. She gets plenty of canned food, tuna fish, and milk. And she's a pig, you know. Hey, who? Pay attention! Look where you're jumping at. I guess that's Alex. Yeah, that's Alex. What? So, you know, I want you all to be polite. Be polite, kind, courtesy, no cuss words, no sexual harassment. You know, behave yourself. And we get along fine. And I did take a bath tonight. That means I don't have to do anything. Probably my next bath will probably be Saturday. Oh yeah. When I go pick the papers up tomorrow, I might run to Walmart, then to the drugstore. I got I think I got 3 prescriptions to pick up tomorrow at the drugstore. That's what I'm going to do Tuesday. By being cold outside, people, I can't sit outside and feed the cats, pet them, give them their loving. Because when it's cold outside, I don't want my jacket on. I don't want to sit out there and get cold and get sick. And you won't like me when I'm sick. I'm awful grouchy when I'm sick. You people know how you are when you get sick. You're in a bad mood. And but like I said, if I'm sick, I'm not gonna get on here. Because I don't want to get mad and do something that I don't want to do. Hello, Sherman Stick. Good evening. And welcome, everybody. And also, people, think a nurse. Think a nurse for their service. No matter if they work in a hospital, no matter where they work, thank them for the service. Nurses will like it if you thank them. So please do that. You younger people, the next time you go to a grocery store or Walmart or the mall or wherever, and you see some old people out there, you say, "Hello, young man. Hello, young lady. How you doing today?" That makes them feel good. I did it last year up at Walmart in Scottsburg. And this lady really thanked me, gave me a hug. I made her feel good. But people, that's how I was raised. I tell you something else, people who takes medicine. When you go to the drugstore, pick your medicine up, they give you paper on the medicine that you take. The medicine you take, people, type it into your search engine. And you'll find out more on the internet about the medicine you take and what you get from the drugstore. You find out a lot more about the medicine that you take. So the next time you get your prescriptions or anything like that, go online and check that medicine out. And you learn everything on the medicine you take and what to look out for, this and that. Because you get a little bit of information from the drugstore, but you look at your medicine online, then you find out more information. So kind of do that. I'm trying to give you some good information. No, I'm not a doctor, a nurse, pharmacy. I'm just, with my age, trying to teach you all some good things to learn about. So, and yesterday, down by the river in Jeffersonville, Clarksville, they found a dead body down by the falls of Ohio, whatever they call it, in Clarksville Jail. So they found a dead body. And I don't know if it's a he or she, or I don't know if it's suicide or murder or what? So, so we can send prayers out to that person who they found in the Ohio River there in Jeffersonville or / Clarksville. Maybe it was Ashland Park. I think that puts it in Clarksville, I think. I don't know. The way they got these city limits, you could be in Jeff 1 minute, the next minute you could be in Clarksville or Timbuktu. You never know. So just be careful. No matter where you at, what you in. Tell people you love them, your wife, your husband, boyfriend, your mother, dad, aunt, uncle, before you go to bed, before you go to work, before you go to school. You know what I'm talking about. Last night, since it was Sunday, I watched a few YouTube channels. I watched What the Hells. I watched For Public Safety. He lives in either Ford County or Harrison County, Indiana. I watched this one lady. I can only watch her a couple of minutes. She's lying out her teeth. That's slander. A defamation character or whatever you want to call it. All she's trying to do is grow her YouTube channels with white lies. She been sued. She collect money for Turtle Lady. And I've seen documents where she changed stuff in it. Make it look like the judge overruled the other person. That's forgery of a court document in my book. But I'm not a lawyer. But I've seen the court papers that this idiot lady put on. It's the same court document, but it don't read the same, so she changed it. And why would somebody want to do forgery of a court document? It don't make no sense. I don't make any comments on her YouTube channel because I don't want her to get on my case, because if she got on my case, it won't be PG. It'd be X-rated. I like to listen to her lies, knowing she getting sued. You know, but she lies so much, she gets me upset. Like I said, about 2 or 3 minutes of it is all I can watch. And I'll watch another YouTube channel. You get to see the court papers. There's a couple YouTube channels that shows you exactly the same court papers. When this dumb woman put the same court papers. It's been changed to make her look good, make her grow her YouTube channel. And why people have to lie? God will punish the people who lies and committed forgery like she's doing. And I just won't say who it is because I can't get in trouble but she collected money for Turtle Lady. It's a nickname. It's not the person's name. Collect money for her. I never turned it over. Kept it. I don't know why people have to lie. That's what's wrong with this world, people. People have to lie. God don't want you to lie. God wants you to tell the truth. Nothing but the truth. Yeah, it makes me mad. Knowing there's people watching certain people out there, cops, any cop, federal, state, local, is watching people. There's cops on this channel, but I don't tell you who they are. There's FBI, U.S. Marshal, Secret Service. Hello, if official. They're on everybody's channel. They're on the kids' YouTube channel, watching them. Looking for stranger danger. And the people who traffic children. They're looking for people. They can find out where you're at less than 30 seconds. They can find you less than 30 seconds. I seen it done in 15 seconds. Like I told you, last year I had a computer hacker on here. Had 5 different YouTube names. And he can find out your phone number, your address, the city, state, what kind of car you drive in less than 15 seconds. They wanted this computer hacker. They got him. They let me know through email they arrested him. And they thanked me, but they said I didn't have to testify. And he been blocked on my YouTube channel. And the FBI has screenshots. They had emails. They had everything. But they got him. And I can't, no, I'm not a stitch like some of you thinking of. But computer hackers, I don't like. You don't like them. Nobody likes computer hackers. And they deserve everything they get. So, just be careful out there. People, as I've told you, I got kids on here They're on here with their parents and their guardian. They know that this is PG. They know that what I don't allow. So who's the cops on here? I'm not going to tell you. The cops is on everybody YouTube channel. I guarantee you. But they're not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. You know, I'm just not going to say. Because I can't find out certain things if I tell you who the cop is. I won't tell you. I know there's one idiot on here from the Clark County Sheriff's Department, and he's an a-hole. Here's number one. They can take that however they want that, because they're crooked. They're crooked as they can be. And I know they up here, because I was told through the grapevine. Now, I'm not like Columbo, but, you know, I try to obey by the law. Like if the speed limit is 70, I'm not going to do 70, because the faster you go, the more gas you use. I stay right around 60. If the speed limit's 55, I'm doing 54 or 50. If the speed limit's 35, I do 35. I set my cruise control. Yeah. Because I don't want to see the younger people get in trouble. I wasn't an angel when I was a teenager. I started drinking alcohol and marijuana and bottle acid at 12 years old. I was an alcoholic, a drug addict, a troublemaker, an a-hole, and it'll follow you. It'll follow you unless you straighten your life out. You younger people, you might have dreams, maybe becoming a lawyer or a cop or a doctor, nurse, or something. If you get in trouble, it's going to hurt you. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep your nose clean. You might want to join the Secret Service or the CIA or some government agency. And like the CIA, you going through a background check like you never been through. They'll talk to your neighbors. They'll talk to your family. They'll talk to your school teacher. Kids who you went to school with. I mean, when the federal government does a background check, they do better than anyone out there. So, when I applied for the Secret Service. You know, I went through a heck of a background check. I took a written test. The chief of police that we had at that time, his dad was chief, he was chief, and his son was chief. He said I wouldn't make it in the first 100 because you're going to have college people, you're going to have police officers, and people like me. Well, I had the paperwork. I was in the top 10. I beat people who had college degrees and police officers. Well, I don't think they will repo teeth because they can't resell them. You know, that's a good story. I don't think they would send police to repo your teeth. I think it would be classified as biohazard thing. That means they have to put them in a red bag. The dentists, they can't resell the teeth because it's not healthy. I've never heard of people repulling teeth. So, but they could. People, just live on your budget. A budget is on the money you got coming in every week or every 2 weeks or every month. You have to live on a budget. You know how much your utility bills is going to be. You know what your house payment or rent or cell phone. You know what everything's going to be. Your car insurance, car payments. You know how much you have. I never heard of that. I never heard of them repulling teeth. If that was me, I said, well, I ain't got no false teeth. I said, look, usually they won't let you make payments on teeth. You usually got insurance or you go to a dentist school, but I never heard them repulling teeth. If that's really what happened, that's the first time I heard of it. I never heard anybody repoing teeth. I remember when I was young, you ain't gonna believe it. People who kicks the bucket. The Undertaker used to take the teeth and resell them to people. That's back in my younger days. I don't know if the funeral home people does that or not anymore. They used to. Because when you see a person in a casket, the mouth is closed. Probably they sew it shut because they stick cotton, they embalm you, they take your blood out and flush it down the city sewers. I guess they still do it, unless they got a tank and pump it into a tank. So, and I've been watching videos, I think it was on TikTok. It shows Chuck Norris, him with his wings, and showed his partner, Javette. I didn't know he was dead. They showed the old man, J.G. Parker, they showed him. I knew he was dead. And I've been seeing videos like that. Then I seen videos of the Happy Days of people who died or still alive. They showed them when they say like Happy Day, like the Fonz. Like him, they showed him at the age he played Fonzie on Happy Day. Then it showed him at his age now. And so, and as you know, if you watch any videos about Chuck Norris, he was friends with Claude Van Damme and what's the other guy that played Rocky? I can't think of his name right now. And they always been friends for over 25 years. Sylvester Stallone, that's who it is. He said he was going to pay for Chuck Norris's funeral. Which, I also, Sly Stone, the Stallion, yep. And Chuck Norris told him and Claude Van Damme and Chuck Norris made him a promise. And Chuck Norris couldn't keep it. But Sylvester Stallone, he's going to keep it. and he's going to protect the family. And there's another guy that's real good friends with Chuck Norris. And I watch mostly all of Chuck Norris's movies and stuff like that. Who all remember Bruce Lee? He was either Japanese, Korean, or something like that. Him and Chuck Norris was good friends. Bruce Lee taught him his judo. And Bruce Lee lived with Chuck Norris for 2 years. And Chuck Norris, he was nice to people. He helped a whole lot of people out. And I don't know what Chuck Norris looked like, but I saw a picture where supposedly he had his wings and, you know, the way he looked. But where it showed his age at 86, he really looked bad in the face. I know he had a heart attack a year or so ago, and I think that's what happened. He didn't quite get over that heart attack or stroke. He could have had cancer. Because they haven't released anything in the autopsy report. You know, but he did die Thursday in Hawaii. And I'm going to miss Chuck Norris. He played, I believe, he played in Delta Force with Lee Marvin. I know Lee Marvin is dead. I like that Delta Force. Delta Force 1, 2, what did they do, make 3 of them? I love that show, Delta Force, that Chuck Norris played in. Then he played with Sylvester Stallone in Rocky. And he played in a movie with Bruce Lee. And, you know, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee was like that. They were real close friends. I hear a train with a funny train whistle. So, people, please don't be a bully. Be respectful. Treat your mate with respect. Just be nice. And, by you being nice to people, God will reward you. So, let's see. Rossetti and I. So, be nice to people. Because you being nice to people, you never know what you get in return. So please respect people. Because that's what God wants you to do. Be respectful to people. You're people that's young to be married 20 plus years. You respect each other. And your guys, ladies is always right. Ain't that right, lady? You're always right. That's how you stay married for a long time. Ladies is always right. Don't forget birthdays. Don't forget anniversaries. Especially how you all met. Where you went on your first date. What did you have to eat on your first? ICE agents been sent to 14 airports. I don't like it, people. Who's they gonna shoot at an airport? Like I say, just hello, super. You being funny tonight. But people, please be respectful. What ranch do you own? Let's see. The Ponderosa. Does that be good enough? I own the Ponderosa. I wish. If you know Bonanza, the Ponderosa belonged to the Cartwrights. Ben, Adam, Hoss, Little Joe, on the Ponderosa. So I want you all to respect people. You respect people, you're going to get respect. Yeah, the Ponderosa Steakhouse. The Ponderosa, I'm not talking about the food place. Hello, Shin Chin. If I remember, the Ponderosa in the Cartwright TV show was in Virginia City. If I remember right. Because in my family, Dad was Ben, my 8-year-old brother was Adam, I was Hoss, my sister was Little Joe. You know. Remember, people, respect other people. Margaret is okay. I guess you're talking about my kitty cat. I put him in timeout. I consider that racism, hate crime. I don't like stuff like that. I wasn't raised that way. I don't care what country you're from. I don't like people that hate other people or make fun of them because Festus Hagee, he was on Gunsmoke. Margaret the kitty cat's doing okay. Because we all the same under God's eyes. Jesus comes in German, Japanese, Polish, German, and, we made in God's image no matter what country we're from. And I don't like people who's not respectful. I consider that kind of racism, hate crime. I don't allow stuff like that. Shin Chang, you're allowed to come back up here anytime. I want to thank you for coming on here tonight. And that's what's wrong with this planet, people. We hate each other. I had lasagna tonight. I had lasagna. I had it last night for supper. I think I made 3 days out of it. You know, you buy it at the store, you stick it in the microwave, and all this. And I can cook, but if you use a kitchen stove, that's $220 electricity. A microwave is $110. I try to get things that I can fix in a microwave. Yeah, that's what I used to do. Eat pickled bologna and crackers. Have you ever ate Braunschweiger on crackers? I'm going to have to get me some more Braunschweiger and get me some crackers and some Braunschweiger. I might get me another pumpkin pie. I might do that. What's that bologna? Well, I'll look the next time I go to the grocery store. I might get me some of that bologna. It got red and green stuff in it, in the bologna. Maybe that's pickled bologna. I can't remember. I ain't had that for a while. Have you ever tried to give a kitty cat a bath? I don't force my kitty cats to take a bath. In my lifetime of 71, yeah, maybe that's piccolo. It's like bologna, but it got little red and green spots in it, I think. And I like eating that too. There's something else. Limburger cheese or something. I can eat that. But when I eat that, you don't want to be around me after a little bit, because, man, it'll go PU. Naval crash. My old scanner is going off in here. I know the frequency it is because it's on 121,500, which that's the airplane emergency frequency. I don't know if they got bugs or wiretaps or whatever in that frequency. You show speed WL. Don't know what you mean. There gotta be something else on TV. Oh, it's the news time. Let me get up to the local news. Well, I can see what's my favorite flower. Well, I like rose bushes, but my thumbs ain't green. I bought me a rose bush last year and it died. But there's a flower. Let me see where my pad of paper is if I can find out where it is. I can't. I don't know what I did. They call it midnight blue midnight or something. Oh, it must be on the floor. Because blue midnight something. I gotta find that. I love to get that. I got to get up and look on the other side of my bed. You kitty cats did knock my notepad down, did you? Yep, you did. Okay. They call that midnight blue hearts. They call it midnight blue hearts. And I think those are pretty flowers. I think you have to plant them around December and January. It grows year round. There's another flower, something like the blue hearts, but they're kind of like rainbow colors, but I can't think of the name of them. So that's what I like to do if I can find the seeds. But I just have to look for them. My favorite food, I like fried chicken, pizza, stuff like that. I used to eat a whole lot of McDonald's cheeseburgers, which I don't do that anymore. I gotta watch my health. Oh. And I hope they come back with that video on WLKY. They just showed a plane for about a second that I ran into a fire truck in whatever airport it is. I blame the control tower. If you saw that this airplane hit a fire truck that went through an intersection at the airport, it killed those people in that airport fire truck. I believe that controllers gonna have to take a drug test. Somebody screwed up there. You don't have anything to pull out in front of the airplane. Somebody screwed up. What was it? LaGuardia Airport? Wherever that is. Maybe New York? Or somewhere. Come on, people. Show that where I can show the people on here. It's just commercial on TV right now. I wish they'd come out with TVs, people, where you hit the button and just skip the commercial. Because I know the commercial pays for the shows. Hello, RM. I see you're taking your break. And I don't know if you heard, I don't know what airport it was, LaGuardia or maybe Canadian airplane or something, hit a fire truck at the airport that went through the intersection, I think, today. And the people in the fire truck died. Yeah, New York. That's what I thought it was. And no, they said the pilots was alive, but the two fire department guys was dead. That's what they said before I came alive, but the two firemen was dead. So, I don't know. If it's two pilots is dead, that means there's 4 people dead. But I saw the airplane. But I say the two firemen is dead. Because that's what they said earlier, but you can't believe anything on the news. They said firemen. That's what I'm waiting right now, because they showed it before they. There it is. Ah!
On the tarmac, air traffic controller, they had cleared the truck to cross the runway, but seconds later tried stopping it. The pilot and co-pilot were killed in the crash.
You're right.
The passengers were taken to the hospital. One passenger described the moment of impact.
It felt like we hit a wall. I mean, it was a sharp bang. That's why everybody was so bruised up, was just because of how hard that impact was. And it's continued just to be this terrifying moment where we didn't know if we were going to make it.
LaGuardia was shut down for hours after the crash. The NTSB says crews cut a hole in the plane to retrieve voice and data recorders as part of the investigation. Tonight, the Senate confirmed Markwayne Mullin to lead the Department of Homeland Security. It comes as the department is...
So, you're right, RM. See, you can't never believe what they said on the news. Before I came live, they said that the two firemen died. You know, I just saw it on the news. They said 2 pilots. There's probably, the 2 firemen has to be dead. You know, I saw that fire truck. There ain't nothing left of it. And well, that's what the news just said a while ago, RM. And it was an airplane from in Canada. And there's going to be hot water over this. The control tower people probably going to have to take a drug test. And somebody didn't know what somebody had done. Why would you have that truck, fire truck? I don't know. Now they saying truck, but I swear they said earlier it was a fire truck. Why would you give him the go-ahead before you check on the airplane? You know, somebody at the airport screwed up. People, let's send prayers out to the family. Howdy. To those 2 Canada air pilots that lost their lives today in LaGuardia Airport. Let's send prayers out to the family of those 2 pilots from Canada. It was a Canada airline plane, but, I blame the control tower. That should never happen. That's my opinion. It should never happen. The control tower screwed up. And I hope the family sue the airport. Well, it's government. You can't sue the control tower people, but they screwed up. It depends what those black boxes will say happened. Control tower talking to the Canada airplane. I heard that the airplane was going 200 miles an hour. That means he was on the verge of taking off. If that's the case, people, my opinion only, but common sense tells you, if that airplane was doing about 200 miles an hour, he was taking off. The control tower screwed up. Nope, I never have. I never have. Yes, I'm single, Liz. I'm 71 plus years old on a fixed income. I live out in the country here in Indiana. I own my own house. I make house payments. And it's hard living on a budget. Yes, I'm single. If you're single and you live in Indiana with, within 50 to 100 miles of me, we can talk. Say you live in California and you decide to come and live with me. If that didn't I know how airports work. And I listen and watch. That's what you got to do when you grow up. Midwest. Okay. And since the control tower people is government people, as you know, I can't even say the name. I think that's Japanese, or Korean. How do you get? Hello, Anna. That control people in the control tower, they like the TSA and ICE. Oh, South Korea. Welcome. You're welcome here anytime. I was born during the Korean War. If you remember when the Korean War was, that's the year I was born, in the 50s. You know, I can't even fry chicken. I can't even fry chicken, Anna. Welcome to South Korea. You're welcome to come in here anytime. Make sure you subscribe. That way you come and watch, which, you know, my YouTube is different from other people' YouTube channel. I'm just an old man on a fixed income with 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. I'm bored. And I got nothing to do. With my age, I can teach the younger people, try to keep them out of trouble. I used to know a girl named Anna. I can't remember her last name. I dated a girl named Anna back in my younger days. If I remember right, she had a brother, but I can't remember his name either, or what their last name is. I guess I could deep fry chicken. I can't cook chicken in the frying pan. And when my kids were growing up, I used shake and bake. You know, shake and bake your chicken, your pork chops, and stick it in the oven and done my fried chicken that way. I like South Korea. It's a pretty country. And they got pretty looking ladies in South Korea. And tomorrow, South Korea, what I would do is I would go to your YouTube channel. Right now, I'm on a cell phone because my computer died. It's a new computer. That's the bad part about it. I would look at your YouTube channel and see if you got any videos. And if I can, you know, I would subscribe to your YouTube channel. I like countries. It's been a long time since I've been in school. It's been a long time since I had social studies. I forgot a lot of history. And I'll look you up tomorrow. Because if you know anything about YouTube, like I'm on my cell phone. When I get up, it uploads it to YouTube, whatever they do. But when I get off of here, I gotta, get off and go up there and take it out of private, which I know I'm live now, it's public. But when I log off, I have to go up there and take it out of private and put it in public. Then it uploads. And if I don't forget about that, and I can subscribe, but YouTube's funny. You can only subscribe so many people. YouTube stops you from subscribing to people. Why, I don't know. It's weird. And I'm going to look at your YouTube channel tomorrow, I promise. Because after it uploads, I go through my chat. And I will remember your chat, because I think that's the first time you've been on here. Yes, I will. I like Korea. You know, just like I like Russia, China, Vietnam. You know, I like all countries. I'm not a racist. I love people. If I had to do all over again, I probably would be living in Vietnam, in that area of Vietnam. You know, just like I don't like the war we in right now with Iran. Look at the gasoline, people. It's up. Food prices going up. Everything's going up because of that war. When diesel fuel goes up for those 18-wheelers, they pass it to the stores because they have to deliver the food, TV, cell phones, or whatever. Then we get charged to pay for the diesel fuel that brings them the food. I don't like war. And we should have been in Iran war 30-some odd years ago. I think we've been fighting with Iran, 40-some odd years, and we finally, finally had it all that we can take. I just don't. People, let's make love, not war, as the old saying is. Let's make love and no war. And that's what we need to do. Let's make love and don't make no war. But people, I go through the comments tomorrow, because I always go through my comments. And that person from Korea, if I can, and YouTube, it depends how many people subscribe to me tonight. I wish I could get 50 people subscribe to me tonight. Or when they rewatch the video, subscribe to me. The person in Korea, I salute you. And peace. Peace and not war. So it's time to get off of here. It's about 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Indiana. So wherever you're from, happy birthday. Happy anniversary. We all love you. You know, I do not hate anybody. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what country you're from. I love you all. I don't hate you. Because you're an image of your God. One thing people think about, what we all got in common with Korea, Vietnam, Iran, or any people, we got one thing in common. We have red blood. It's not black blood, green blood, blue blood. It's red. No matter if you're black person, Japanese, Korean, we all got red blood in us. God does not want you to hate people. He wants you to love them. Be polite to them. Respect your people. Now, and be nice. In Korea, I will look tomorrow and look at any videos that you got. And I will subscribe to you if I can. You know how YouTube is. When you got so many subscribers, you have to stay in that lane. I'm about 900 and something subscribers. I surely haven't subscribed to 900 people. You all know how YouTube is. You know. Hello, Else. Yeah, look at it. It used to be, when my younger days, it used to be blonde. It used to be blonde back in my younger days. But thank you for coming up here and watching tonight. Like I said, my YouTube is not like anybody other YouTube. They got good videos. They get super chats. I'm just an old man of 71 plus years and do not have nothing to do. Because you're people that's on my YouTube channel, even the one who watches it, you're my family. You're the closest thing I got to a real family. Well, I've done all kinds of things. Drove an 18-wheeler, worked in a cabinet factory, gas station, work in a cemetery, cut grass, buried a few people. No, that's about some of the things I've done. So I want to thank you all for being on here. It's time for me to get off of here. It's time for my talk shows to come on. I like to watch my talk shows at night. So thank you all. Peace and not war. I want to say hi everybody in Korea, South and North. I love you all. Remember, God loves you all. I love you all. So, God loves you. Don't give up on God. If you don't believe in God, it's okay. And I love you all very much. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I see y'all later. I love y'all.